Next month, Shop K are making a rigging video, dynamic rigging and static rigging, winching. So I wanted to take this opportunity to have a bit of a closer look at the Smart winch, look at its design and compare it to the GRCS. Here we have the GRCS. The set comes with a winching bollard with a handle, a dynamic rigging bollard made of aluminium, and then a long metal bar for attaching the strap to the tree. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. We've got it on the load cell here, so we can just have a quick check. It's reading 30 kilograms there. I can show you that more clearly with the Enforcer app. It's reading 33 here. It's swinging around a little bit, that's why it's changing. So we can say about 33 kilograms. The GRCS is a wonderful tool. It's something that I've owned for about 8 years, and I've done countless amounts of hours of rigging. It's actually enabled me to learn a lot about the craft of rigging. You know, it's a wonderful tool. Something that you have to be aware of if you're thinking about getting a GRCS or you already own one. The winching bollard is basically designed for winching, not for dynamic rigging. So you have this kind of a design complication. You've got to take off this bollard, take it out, and then slip on the aluminium bollard every time that you want to do some heavy dynamic rigging. If you don't do that, your winching bollard will wear down. It will become smooth and you'll lose the capability for winching. So here is a Smart winch. It's apparent that it's a lot more compact. The weight is 20 kilograms. That's 10 kilograms, well, more than 10 kilograms less than the GRCS. So we have the winch, we have the outer bollard, we have the handle, and we have the strap. Altogether, the Smart winch comes in 2 pieces. The handle is used for tensioning the strap onto the tree. The back plate also has a different type of design. The GRCS articulates, it has 2 wings. The Smart winch is just 1 plate. Yeah. All in all, I have to say it's for me it's a lot more functional. Working with Maruichi, we're often walking quite great distances into the work site, you know, often up pretty steep inclines. So we can strap this onto a rack and carry it very, very easily. There are, benefits to both systems. There are also drawbacks when comparing them to both systems. I really see this design as a drawback on the GRCS. It takes a lot more power to get on. You're dealing with a lot of slack on the ratchet. Also, it doesn't have an auto lock, so you've got to pull and you've also got to lock it. Really is a two-man operation. So you can see here the articulation, the wing of the GRCS, which can be a benefit or a hindrance. So the way it's set now is not so good. We really need to reset it if we were going to use this properly. You can see there's a lot of space between the rubber stopper and the tree. So same Harken bollard, slightly longer, 46:1 power ratio. I'm going to wrap it the same way. Obviously we don't have a casing, so it's easier to wrap. We can also get more wraps on the bollard, giving us a little bit more friction. Same thing, two-way winch, 46:1 or 23:1. When we're ready to lower, we have the option of running the rope on either side through these pig's tail. Okay, so unlike the Smart winch, when we're going into dynamic rigging situations, we're going to remove this . And we're going to place on the aluminium bollard. The bollard in itself is a wonderful thing. I've actually got the older European model, and it's a much larger diameter. If you're going to do lots of very fast dynamic rigging, really this is the best. And you can even put in ice packs inside the tube to keep it, super cool for the rope. Okay, so when you look at the Smart winch, there's kind of an assumption that you won't be able to get very much power when tightening. I was very surprised when I first used it. There is a lot of power there, and that's because you have to think about the radius of the spindle, the centre of the fulcrum, and the length of the lever. So the design of the Smart winch is the opposite to the GRCS. The GRCS holds everything here, so you have a much larger diameter. You have a longer lever, but when you do the math, that doesn't make for a higher mechanical advantage. This actually has a higher mechanical advantage. A little bit of extra work tidying up the tail of the sling, but no big deal really. Just use a bit of elastic or accessory cord. There you go, nice and neat. Okay, so what we have here, we have a very multifunctional lowering device. So we can obviously go straight onto the winch when we need to lift. Exactly the same as the GRCS, one way or another. We have a 46:1 power ratio winch, same as the GRCS. The Smart winch actually has a fluted, if that's the right word. Anyway, it has a contour on the surface of the winch, which perhaps gives it a little bit extra grip. So when we need to go into dynamic rigging situations, we can just go straight onto the very huge outer bollard. Very, very nice. Saving a lot of wear on that winch bollard. If we need to pre-tension this, we can get a separate rope, attach a prusik, pull out the stretch with the winch, pull out the stretch, take the slack in, take that rope off, and then we're ready to lower.